Hello everybody, today we have a return guest, Mario Gardea. He is running for county supervisor and we endorsed him in the primary election. He came in first place with 42% of the vote. He's a longtime community servant, has served as a firefighter for the Stockton Fire Department, has seen many battles, many ups and downs, and been a very integral part of the fabric of the community for over a decade. So we welcome back today Mario Gardea to talk to him more about his experience and how it's been. Now I understand this is your first time running for any public office. So if you could re-familiarize the audience with who you are and what you've learned so far. What's been your experience running for office for your first time?
So as we talked about before, I'm born and raised in Stockton. I'm a third generation Stocktonian. I've been married to my wife over 30 years. I have 4 beautiful daughters and 3 beautiful grandchildren. So the Gardea family's vested in this community for many generations. And never in my career path I ever thought about running for politics. And what drew me to politics was some of the dysfunction when it came to things handled at the level of the decision makers. And I could go back in my fire career. There's been many issues that we've had with the county when it dealt with paramedic services to the community, battles of battles that we should have never had. And so that's what really drew me into it. But I want to make Stockton a better place to live. I want my family, my kids, my grandkids to stay here, feel safe, and thrive in our community. And I've been out walking, knocking on doors. I think I surprised a lot of people by getting 42%. But I've been in this community my whole life as a football coach, a baseball coach, a swim instructor, involved in different aspects of the fire department as a union president, as a vice president, as a PAC chair. And what drew me also to that was that if you're not involved in your local politics, you're really going to get left behind. And so I want to just make this place better.
Now I know that we've actually met because of our community activities. So I've known you for a long time. I can definitely personally vouch that you've been very involved in the community. And the last time you were here for the primary election, I can see the difference. You were a little more nervous back then, right? This is your first time running for public office, but you've also, I hear, lost 40 pounds. You've been walking precincts so many, knocking on doors, talking to voters, that you lost. Is it true you lost 40 pounds? Tell us about that.
I did, and actually I feel good. I'm trying to lose another 20 more, but honestly, I tell everybody that I really have 3 jobs right now. I'm a full-time firefighter, I'm our union president, and I have my campaign. So during my campaign, I knocked on every door in District 1. And what was really good about knocking on every door, I really got to hear from the community, but what they really want to see. And number one, on almost every door has been public safety. And with my background with public safety and not just my background, but I'm endorsed by all public safety locals, unions, the Sheriff's Association, the sheriff, the police department, all the local fire departments. And really, endorsements don't win elections, but what endorsements do is that they have trust in you to do the right thing to move this community forward. So talking to the community, public safety has been number one. We want to be able to send our families to the store and have them be safe. We want to be able to go enjoy our ballpark and not worry about our car getting broken into. We want our kids to be able to enjoy our parks, which, depending on which park you go to, they're not all accessible. Some are being overrun by our homeless. And number 2 on the community's top 3 things was homelessness. I believe our county supervisors have done a good job to create some new housing and some facilities and different programs to help and get people back on their feet. But there's things that we need to do, clean up our waterways, clean up our parks, make it easier for our businesses to stay in business, especially with some of our transient population, breaking windows. Big Lots on Country Club is shutting down because of the amount of thievery that they had going on there. And plus they were replacing a window basically every day because people were breaking their windows. So That's a big thing. And number three is our youth. You and I both grew up in this community. There was a time that Lewis Park thrived. There was softball from 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock, 7 days a week going out there. Now people come to Manteca to play softball. Every park, Groupie Park, Sandman Park, they're all softball. There was soccer going on along. There was basketball leagues. There's not a lot of things for our kids to do anymore. We don't have a golf land. We used to cruise the avenue when I was a kid, a teenager. There's no cruising anymore, and if it is, to do cruising, it costs a lot of money because you got to shut down streets and things like that. But it's getting back to the youth, and not only just in sports, but I want to bring trades back to the high schools. I want to expose our youth to public safety, fire department jobs, police department jobs, correction jobs, public works jobs. Definitely the professional trades. There's not everybody like myself was designed to go to a 4-year college right out of high school.
Now, how can people help you? I understand the election is coming up Tuesday, November 5th, correct? Mm-hmm. You came in first place in the primary, but the top two in the primary have a runoff in the general election in November. So the same voters that supported you in the primary need to show up again in November for you. But then obviously you need to gain the rest of 50% plus one to secure the seat. People who like you, how can people support you? Your website or volunteering? If you could explain a little bit about that.
Sure. One of the challenges of a campaign, and it was something that I wasn't aware of, is you have to have the ability to raise money, because in order to run a campaign, it takes a lot of money. And so fortunately, I've been very lucky that the fire departments across the nation have really supported me. Now I'm starting to pick up some community support when it comes to contributions. But honestly, it's difficult to walk a whole district. I mean, District 1's a big district, so I'm always looking for support in helping me walk and get my message out there. Two, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. Like my page, share my page with your friends and family. And I think once people get to know me, that I'm just like them. District 1 is a blue collar district, and I always laugh. These are working hands. I'm not a used car salesman. I'm not going to get in front of a bunch of people and with all these different ideas and policies that I'm going to promise that are not obtainable. But what I'm going to do is get dirty. Just an example of what I do. When I come to work, I drive to Crosstown, I drive Park or Oak, Fremont Street. I always drive different routes to work because I want to see what's going on in my community. There are things that I'm seeing improve. Example, the waterways. The waterway on Mormon Slough was really bad right on the Crosstown interchange. They've cleaned it up, and there's a lot of positives that some of our leaders are doing right now. A lot of that is I want to take that ball and run with it, and I believe Miguel Villaputa, who's basically he's turning out. He's a close friend of mine. He's endorsed me. I want to carry that legacy of what he started and build upon that and make it better.
Okay. It sounds like a plan. So you definitely are taking this serious. You're born and bred in this community. So this is something that you can tell that you definitely take to heart, and you have a vested interest in wanting to see this community improve. And you've already proven yourself as far as leadership roles for over a decade. So any other last message or anything you want to say to the public who are going to be either sending in their mail-in ballots or going to the polls in November? Anything else you would like them to know about you?
I want people to know I'm just like them. I'm a blue-collar, hardworking type person. I started my family very young. I learned what it was to work hard and to get ahead. I'm very proud of what I've done for this community, and I'm very proud of what I'm going to do in the future. So November 5th, please vote for Mario Santiago Gardea.
All right, everybody. Good to see you again. If you want more information on Mario, look it up on his website. Go to his social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and definitely somebody worth supporting just like you did in the primary election. But now we got to do it again in November. So thank you, everybody. See you on the next episode.
Hey, thank you, 209.